Hello, Patreons. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. I want to welcome you to my first official Being Me art journaling video. I am so happy that you're here, and I hope that this video will be really helpful and entertaining. This is the PDF. I hope by now all of you have printed this off or at least looked at it. Know that I am going to be having a title page for you to print off soon. And then my thought is, I know with all of my sheets, I'm going to be putting it in a 3-ring binder, and I'll be showing you that later. So I'm excited about that. All right. What are we going to do today? So today I really wanted to go over my art journaling process. I wanted you to see exactly what I'm thinking when I start to create my journal page. So let's get to it. So for this first week, we're talking about Madonna's Express Yourself. I knew from the moment I wanted to do this year-long journey that that was going to be our first song. That song, I just love the phrase, express yourself. I love Madonna. I love how upbeat and energetic that song is. And I just really felt like it was an awesome foundation for our year-long journey. Express ourselves. Let's be who we are. Some of the questions that I ask you to ask yourself was, what do others see? Like, how do you think other people see you? How do they look at us? You know, what are they seeing? Take a look at your clothing, your hairstyle, the way you hold yourself. How are you showing up in the world? What does that look like? And how can you show up as the very best version of yourself? How hard is it to change that, and what has to change? Some really deep thoughts there. And so the very first thing I did was I wanted to answer some of those questions. And so I didn't get anything fancy. It's something I already had, ladies. This is just an old notebook that I had. In fact, it's already been written in. I just went to the first blank page that I found, and I'm probably going to use this journal for the rest of the year and use it to answer the questions before I put them in my art journal. So how do others see me? This question really brought up some very interesting feelings in me and some thoughts, and I wanted to share those with you really quickly. So when I started to make a list, I found myself thinking about the groups of people in my life, and I realized that I show up differently, I think, for the different groups. And so it made me think about mask, and it made me really want to do a lesson about the mask that we wear, because I believe that we all wear masks. So be looking for that journaling prompt coming soon. But this particular question, so how do others see me? The very first thing I thought of was the groups that I've had throughout the past 10 years and all of these amazing women, including most of you that have been in my groups. How do I think you see me? So I was thinking that maybe you see me as confident, that I love people, that I'm a good writer, that I'm creative, brave, strong, and has a lot of friends. But as I wrote those things down, I really stopped to think about, wait, I don't think a lot of people see me that way, because I tend to be a little intimidated when I'm in groups, especially groups of women that might make me feel less than. I feel like a lot of my old high school feelings come out when I'm with certain women, maybe women that I don't feel as confident around. And so I started thinking about that, and I thought, how do those people see me? Maybe they see me as scared or mousy or overweight or not good enough or needy or not cool enough. And I just kept thinking about that. And as I wrote those things down, I really honestly started to get angry, because I'm like, that's not how I want people to see me, because that's not how I feel that I am. And so then I wrote this: I want to show up as a badass for good. Confident and strong, creative, in control, with a strong sense of self, bravely. And I absolutely love this paragraph. And this paragraph is one that I'm going to use directly in my art journal, because I want that in there. I want that to be my foundation for this year of becoming authentic and showing up 100% myself. And so as I wrote this, as I was thinking about, okay, what images do I want to use to convey this in my art journal? I thought about a book that I recently got, and it was Marilyn Monroe. I have collected Marilyn Monroe photos and memorabilia, posters, statues, plates, all kinds of things for the past 25 years of my life. And I just love her. And so I went through that big book. There's literally thousands of images in this book. And I decided to pick 3 images for my art journal for this particular page, Express Yourself. So I'm going to use this picture. I like how she's standing. I like how she's confident here and playful and fun. And I want to show up as being playful and fun and confident. I'm going to use this photo of Marilyn. I feel like this photo, she's really letting her hair down here. I feel like this is more Norma Jean than Marilyn. It's like she's actually just her own person here. I just see her face is so lovely and cute, and she just looks like she's having a really good time, and she just looks relaxed here. And then this last photo is one that I think is my favorite. I love this one because she is one creative, badass for good woman here. I love how she's just so confident and standing and smiling, and she looks beautiful. She's radiant, she's glowing, and that's exactly how I want to be seen. And so I'm going to use those 3 photos of Marilyn. I really thought about, do I want to use Marilyn Monroe because she is such a face that is so recognizable? And then I thought, well, this is my journal. This is for me. And yes, I do want to use Marilyn. So those are the 3 images I'm going to use. With that being said, you might wonder, are you going to do a 2-page spread or a 1-page spread? Honestly, I love doing 2-page spreads. I don't think I'll do every single prompt that we have 2 pages, but I am going to do this first one. Let me go over my journal and what journal I'm going to use, and then I'll show you some more of the products. So I have decided to go with the Dylusions journal. For those of you that haven't seen it, this is my second Dylusions journal. I love how big it is. I love that the pages are super thick. They will hold up to anything. I do gesso every one of my pages. It's just a habit that I have, and I don't want that paint to soak into my pages, so I use gesso on every page. Now, the first thing you might notice about this journal is that I've already created in this journal. I have several backgrounds that I've already painted. I have tip-ins that I've already put in. And at first, I wasn't going to use this journal simply because I have already done some work in it. But it's not enough to bug me too much. And anyway, there are some pages more toward the middle here that I've created that will go right along with our Being Me challenge this year, and some different prompts and things that we're probably going to use in our journals. So I just decided to go ahead and keep this, and just because I love it so much. And so it's kind of fun already having some backgrounds made for me anyway, and it's not so intimidating to start out, I think. And so for this particular Express Yourself, I'm either going to use this background because I can add some more paint to it. It's not really finished yet, and it might be kind of fun to work a little bit more on it. Or I may use this background because I just love it, and it kind of goes along with the different colors and kind of the look that I'm going for myself. So we shall see, and you'll be the first to know because I will be sharing that with you. Okay, so let's get back to some other elements besides Marilyn. So when I think about expressing myself, I immediately think about what I say, how I talk to myself, how I talk to others, and what I'm putting out there in the world. And so it made me think of these really fun speech bubbles. I got these from the Dollar Tree last year, and I'm going to be using these in my journals. I just love these and cannot wait to use them. And I also have these stamps by Stampabilities, and these are smaller, but I think that I will be using these perhaps with some of the words and phrases that I created for our PDF. And so we'll see. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll see. From our PDF, I wanted to show you what some of the images I was going to use on my pages from that. Keep in mind this PDF that I created. So even though some of these things obviously go with the first song, Express Yourself, it doesn't mean you have to use these solely for this week. These images are meant to mix and match throughout the entire year. So be sure you keep these in your folder, and that way you'll have them. I'm really drawn to this one, Do Your Thing. I think they go right along with the Marilyn pictures. And I'm also drawn to a few of these phrases that I thought I may put in into these little bubbles. I want to show up in this world as myself every single day, and I will try my best to honor myself in every situation. So those are some of the things. I'll probably also use some of these. Don't go for second best, girl. I love that. So I'll probably use that. So this is just a start on my page, ladies. This is not obviously everything I'll put on my page. This is just some of those bigger elements. And that's usually what I do when I start a page, is I really think about it, and then I'll start pulling things out. I also keep this handy little thing close by. This is a little bin that I bought at the Dollar Tree for $1, and it's full of little cutouts, everything from images to napkins that I love to use in my journals, to different phrases and words that I've cut out. I even have a few tags in here. I like to keep this by my workplace, because a lot of times when I want those little things, I will go in here and usually find something that I can use. The last thing I'll show you, and then I'm going to go, is I want to show you another part of this fun page that I'm going to be creating. These are stickers. And I created these stickers, and I use them a lot in my journals because they add a pop of fun color. These are some fun things that we will be creating. I'll be showing you how to make these. I'm thinking this month, since I'm going to use them in my journals this month, I'm going to make a video and show you how to make these. I think you will really like them. They're super easy, and they're super fun, and they look great on a page. So that is all I have for you today. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for being here. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video, and a technique video is coming up next, so be ready for that. I'm so excited. I'll have that for you at some point this weekend. So again, I appreciate you being a Patreon. I appreciate your belief in me, and I'm so grateful that you're here. And ladies, we are going to have one amazing year together. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.